Hello everyone, the Historical Gamer here. Today we are going to be talking about if China attacked Australia. So let's get straight into it. China and Australia are two very different countries they both have two pretty good to amazing militaries. However, there's a big power gap, with China having 2,500,000 soldiers and Australia only having 1 million. China having 500,000 reserves and Australia having 400,000 reserves. This includes armoured vehicles, infantry, air force units, and navy units. So how would China attack Australia in the first place? There are four options. Let's start with Indonesia. Indonesia will immediately react to China with air force, naval, and artillery fire, especially since China's bringing warships. If China attacks New Guinea, then Australia and New Zealand will immediately get involved as well, with both of them being curious to why China's again bringing warships. And even if China tries to attack New Zealand, they will both be immediately threatened and it will end in failure. But what if China somehow slips through someone's territory? First of all, it will not end well, because even if China breaches beach cover, they will not be able to keep up with the units that Australia responds with. The best course of China to go through is islands, but even if China takes one or two of them, Australia can always use the third island as a forward base and then just kick China out again. And even if China uses missiles and artillery fire against Australian units, and even if they hit something critical, these facilities, for Australia's case, are not that hard to repair. So either all, if not most, of the entry points will be blocked by Australian units. So the best course for China to take is to awake rebellions, if they can do that, and then start to attack Australian units. However, Australian RAF units will immediately start destroying Chinese ships, crippling this Chinese invasion. And thus China will be pushed back. And even if China does invade Australia, successfully does it, Allied forces with Australia will immediately react. And in this video, I am not allowing nuclear weapons, starting natural disasters like fires, or chemical weapons like chlorine gas. This is a full-on war with gentlemen. Now, give me one good reason how China would penetrate through Australia's border without having a tremendous struggle. Now, before we get into the big war, let's talk about allies. China has North Korea and Vietnam, while Australia has America, Britain, Canada, Germany, Italy, France, New Zealand, Poland, the Netherlands, Poland, Singapore, and India. Meaning, Australia's allies immediately outnumber and outgun, and whatever else there is, China's forces. And China only has 2 allies. Australia has 11. And not to mention, even if China does jump in, the immediate allies will be America, the UK, and New Zealand, while after allies will be North Korea, India, France, and Canada. So let's just say China does breach Australian soil. They will both immediately call on reinforcements. And now that they both have the same amount of units, Chinese forces still outgun Australia. And both sides will be bombarding each other, disrupting supply routes and key facilities. However, eventually China will engage on. There's no denying it. They will. However, around this time, things will start to slow down as Australia desperately attacks China's supply facilities. However, now Allied forces would have already mobilized their armies and are now ready to face China. And with this help, Australia will be capable of pushing China out. It's just common sense. Slowly but surely, China will be kicked out. And even with those islands that China has, they'll eventually be immediately taken over by the Allies. North Korea is now in the war to back China, and they will start to put up defensive positions. However, new countries like Canada, France, India, the Republic of China, and South Korea would invade. Some of these countries are not allies with America. They're just here for the profit, or they're allies with America. Eventually, China will be collapsing, and a ceasefire will be called on, with the Treaty of Commission being signed. Mark 1. Australia, France, Britain, South Korea, and the Republic of China gets territories off the war. Mark 2. China pays war reparations. Mark 3. China has a military size of 1 million troops, 200,000 reserves. Mark 4. China cannot attack any of the Allies until 2040. Signed by China, Australia, America, Britain, France, Canada, and the other allies. And this is what China would look like. I kind of feel bad for China, actually, but anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And please share it to your friends, and I would love to see you guys next time. Bye!